Bookish. Literally just hit record and then a package arrived at the door and I have no idea what it is. Like at all. So that's fun. It's from my work too, like where I order stuff from there, but I don't know what this is. Anyway, perfect timing because I'm filming a haul today. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethany. The lighting, like the sun is still rising. So here my face is in the sun and here it's not. So I'm gonna try and stay in the shade and hopefully that makes the lighting okay, but gotta film before I go to work, so here we are. So this month I am really focusing on not buying books that I haven't read yet, unless it's like a really good find or like a special edition or something like that. My TBR shelf was like literally packed full with stuff on the top and I'm making genuinely good progress on it. Like there's almost an empty shelf now and that's been really satisfying to me. So I kind of want to keep that going. It stresses me out to have like, I don't even know how many, probably 300 books that I haven't read. I think that's too many. But anyway, a lot. So we're working on that. I have like, I think 10 books though, and I'll explain why I justified all of them. And then I actually have a bunch of merch to haul and a Fairyloot box to open. So let's start with this because I'm very curious what it is. Like I think it's 2 books. But I normally get stuff sent to my store that I work at because I'm there already. So this is why I don't normally open boxes on camera because I do it so terribly. Oh, no way! Oh my god. Wow, it's a Court of Silver Flames, the tour edition. Oh wow, I'm so excited. Okay, so A Court of Silver Flames came out yesterday. Is that it, right? 2 days ago, I think. And we've had shipping issues from the publisher, so our store has not had it in stock, which has been really fun. But I borrowed my friend's copy, luckily. But this is like a special tour edition. I'm actually trading this to someone for a like item that I really want, which I'll talk about when I get it in my next haul. Because I'm just not like obsessed with this. It's orange, you know? Orange is not my thing. But that's so cool that it came like so close to release date. So here we are, here's that. Okay, I realized that there was like lens flares from the sun when I held up the books, so we're gonna try to avoid that by holding them over here. So the next actually series that I got is it's like The Mysterious Adventures of the Athena Club or something. I'm just gonna call it the Athena Club, by Theodore Goss. So this is an adult like historical Gothic series that I'm really interested in. And I got the first book in paperback by mistake. I ordered these all on Book Outlet and I must not have noticed that this one didn't match, because I was excited about them. So now it doesn't match, it's fine. The other weird thing about this series to me is that the second book is so chunky. Like these are books 1 and 3, pretty like normal length, and this one's huge. Like I feel like they could have just spread it out a little more, but I guess we'll see once we get into the series. I think these follow like the children of important figures in Gothic literature. So like Mary Jekyll is the main character and she's the daughter of Dr. Jekyll. There's like Moreau, Holmes, Watson, ? Frankenstein. So lots of people. I've just heard really good things about these. They are like a love letter to Gothic literature, which I really love. So I'm excited to get into those. And how did I justify these? I don't know. I think because they're adult fantasy and they were really cheap on Book Outlet. So I was like, if I wait to buy these at work, they're going to be really expensive. Maybe that was why. And then the only other 2 books that I managed to justify to myself from Book Outlet were Lovisona by Romina Garber and Court of Lions by Samaya Dodd. I feel really awkward holding them on this side. It's like wrong. This I justified because of the cover, because look at it, it's beautiful. It's a sequel to Mirage, which I have on my shelf but haven't read yet. They don't match, which is a little bit upsetting, but I'll get past it. I think the first book's like a fantasy sci-fi, and I don't want to read this summary because I might spoil it, but I've heard good things, and look at the cover. Lovisona, I just liked, oh wow. Look at the end papers. Is that on both sides? No. This is like puffed out, it's really weird. Anyway, I just tried it because of the naked hardback, it's beautiful. This is like a fantasy story connected to real world issues like ICE and immigrants. So, Argentinian folklore, that's all. Yeah, great plot summary. So here we are. Okay, and then I'm still allowing myself to buy new releases if I'm like super excited about them and genuinely plan to read them quickly. So the first one I got was The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. I actually read this a couple days ago, right as soon as I got the book basically, and it was really, really good. She wrote The Nightingale and The Great Alone, which I absolutely love. And this one is set in the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl in like Texas, California, etc. It was super good. I had I knew about the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl, obviously, but I didn't really have like a personal story to hear about and like make connections with. So now that I do, I feel like I know and understand a lot more about that period in history, which is what I love about Kristen Hanna's books. She also just really goes for your heart with like the mother-daughter relationships and all like the family dynamics. She's an amazing author. She weaves so much history into her stories. This is not a review vlog, this is a haul, so I bought The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. I also got another edition of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I have the Owl Crate one and I don't really like it, it's kind of plain, so I wanted to get a special one, and here we are. So this one has gold sprayed edges, the cover is beautiful, this is a fake sticker, very annoying. It's got these gorgeous end papers, art on the hardback, and it's signed by V.E. Schwab. So I am now a V.E. Schwab stan, and that's exciting to me. I'm not usually a big like signed book person, so I did really get this for the sprayed edges, if we're being honest. But the signature is just the cherry on top. Another pre-order that I got is the Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. This is like a blood magic story inspired by, I think, North African fantasy, or folklore, sorry. My coworker read this and really loved it. She said it kind of reminded her of Throne of Glass, I think, or something good that I like. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I know there's a special edition coming in a book box that I have as well, so we'll see what that one looks like and if I end up keeping the regular edition. But I do really want to read it, so we'll either read this and then keep it or just wait for that one. Now I have a Fairyloot box and I have some merch. I'm going to do the Fairyloot box first. So Owl Crate and Fairyloot both did the same book for January, and I've been a much bigger fan of Fairyloot's boxes lately, so I decided to skip the Owl Crate one and get this. And after seeing people unbox both of them online, I am pleased with my decision. So the theme was Greek mythology. Let me find, this came bent, but it's the spoiler card that tells you where everything is from. Sorry. So who doesn't love Greek mythology, right? I feel like if you're a reader, it's like one of those phases that you had when you were a kid, was like being super into Greek mythology, especially if you read Percy Jackson. I didn't read that until like last year, but I've always been super interested in Greek mythology, so couldn't resist this box. Every month Fairyloot sends tarot cards, and this month, they're inspired by The Wrath and the Dawn, which I think I read, but I never read the sequel and I don't remember anything about it, so it's on my reread pile. But these are the main characters from the series, and it's the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands. Possibly my favorite item, yeah. One of my favorite items is this stunning book sleeve. It says, "But in a solitary life, there are rare moments when another soul dips near yours as stars." Intonation. "But in a solitary life, there are rare moments when another soul dips near yours as stars once a year brush the earth." And that is a quote from Circe by Madeline Miller, which I absolutely love. And it has a zipper on the top, which I think is really nice. It's like super padded, so I think this would be great for hardcovers. I don't know how I lived 24 years of my life without book sleeves. They have changed my life. They have changed the condition of my books. I literally show up to work every day with like 3 separate books in a book sleeve, just in case I want to read something different on my lunch break. And keep in mind, I work at a bookstore. Like, I can just borrow a book from the shelves to read on my lunch break. But I always show up with so many book sleeves. My coworkers are like, "What are you doing?" I came with this super cute trinket dish. So this is inspired by Cupid and Psyche, I think. Don't super know their story, to be honest. But it is a really cute trinket dish. So I'm going to keep like maybe sticky notes in this in my reading cart next to where I read. Something like that. And then we've got 2 art prints. So this is a Percy Jackson art print, which is absolutely stunning. It's obviously Annabeth and Percy. I am planning to continue with the Riordan verse, this year. I haven't gotten there yet, but I do love Percy Jackson. And then this is the author letter that came with the book. So I actually think it's beautiful, and I'm going to put it on my art wall, but it's just an author letter, which is really cool. My other favorite item is this amazing metal bookmark. So I think it was Athena or Artemis or something, but it's so beautiful. It's got this tassel. Why? Okay, Luna's joining me. So this stunning bookmark, it's got like this bird cut out, it's colored, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and I'm gonna use it immediately. We've also got this wooden spoon, which is inspired by Lovely War, which I read last month and gave 5 stars to. It says, "Did you know food is infinitely more scrumptious when you're in love? True, adorable, love it." A little bit scared to actually use this in the kitchen though. We've also got an iron-on patch inspired by Medusa. I think I might actually put this on my denim jacket. I feel like that could be cool. But do I have an iron? I'm not sure. Maybe. My mom definitely has an iron. So this is like meh to me, but it's still really cute. high five. I'm trying to teach her to high five me. And finally, we've got the book, and it is a stunner. So this is Lore by Alexandra Bracken. It is a completely redesigned cover. The spine has these snakes on it. Look at the edges. It is so beautiful. End papers. Oh my god, I can't. And then this is the front and the back of the book. And then the art inside. Like, what? It's the most beautiful book I've ever seen. So I'm planning to read this month. I might start it today. I've heard very mixed things. Some people really liked it and some people didn't, but it's inspired by Greek mythology, so I'm gonna read it. Okay, I tried to move the camera over slightly because the lens flares were getting crazy, so now you can kind of see the less nice setup here, but we're working with what we have. Right, Luna? Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about like the merch type things that I've gotten this month. I discovered that there's groups on Facebook where you can like trade Bookish things. So I've got like some rare editions and stuff that I'm not super attached to that I know other people would really want. So I've traded some of them for things that I really want. So the first two items I've gotten are mugs from Illumicrate. So they do these enamel mugs designed by Rosie Thorns 88, and I'm obsessed with them, so I'm collecting them now. I think there's like 9 out now. I have 3, and then like 2 of them are on the way, I think. So there's a couple that are really hard to find. One of them literally went for $300 on eBay the other day, and I was like, okay, I'm collecting them, but I'm not collecting them that much. So we'll see if I can ever complete it, but for now, I got this one, which is Heart of the Wood, inspired by Uprooted by Naomi Novik. So I haven't read Uprooted yet, but I did just read Spinning Silver, which is her other like adult fairy tale type fantasy, and I really liked it. So I'm looking forward to Uprooted. I feel like it's an autumnal book, so I'm going to read it in the fall. But I absolutely love these mugs. Like, they're the right width for doing latte art, which I'm trying to learn how to do. And they're just, you know when you have a mug and you're just like, this is a good mug to drink out of. So I do use them, and they're not just like sitting on a shelf, but I also do have them displayed, of course. So yeah, super into this one, love it. I also got the Daevabad one, so this one was pretty recent, I think. And again, haven't read City of Brass yet, but it is on my list of series to read in 2021. I really can't speak today. And this mug is amazing. I love Middle Eastern inspired fantasies, and this is like the epitome of beauty. So really making me want to read the series so that I can drink coffee from this while I read the series. And yeah, beautiful. One of the ones I'm most excited for is the Throne of Glass mug. I think it's called Burning Crowns, but that is actually what I'm trading my tour edition of A Court of Silver Flames for, because it's like kind of a harder one to find, and I just really don't care about keeping this edition, so yay. One of my other greatest hobbies and pastimes is puzzles, which you can see my puzzle shelf down here. So I recently learned that bookish puzzles are a thing, so I had to buy some. I've got 3 here. This one is a Throne of Glass puzzle. I haven't done any of these yet, so I can't speak to like the quality of the pieces. I was not impressed by the Owl Crate Ember and the Ashes one, but we'll see how these are. I think this was from the Bookish box, so we'll see what it's like. I might do it today, actually. But it's Aelin and Rowan, I think, yeah. From Throne of Glass, one of my all-time favorite series, so pumped about that. This one I just bought because the seller had it and it was like not expensive, like I just added it on for free basically. I think it's Rune from Crescent City, so this came from like a Crescent City themed box. It just comes in this little bag. We'll see what it's like. It doesn't feel super great, to be honest, but whatever. And finally, I got the Folk of the Air puzzle, which I'm not a big fan of the Folk of the Air, but I am a big fan of Illumicrate and this beautiful design, so I had to get it. It comes in this beautiful little, like it's almost a book that you can put on your shelf, and this does feel pretty nice, so maybe I'll do this one today. I don't know. I also don't know how many pieces any of these are, but that's fine. Okay, so the last couple things, this super sweet girl saw my post in one of the bookish groups, really, and then just gifted me some things. So I'm a big Laini Taylor fan, not sure if you're aware. Don't know if you can see my shrine shelf there. But these are all, except for one thing, they're all Laini Taylor merch. So this is a cute little pouch. Again, not something that I would pay for, but like happy to have it. So it says, once upon a time, an angel and a devil fell in love. It did not end well, which is one of my favorite quotes from Daughter of Smoke and Bone. So I don't know what I'm gonna keep in this, but something. It does feel really nice. This one is Fairyloot, I think, and it feels like pretty good quality. The thing I'm the most excited about, possibly in this whole haul, is this book sleeve. Look at it. So I love Strange the Dreamer, and I love libraries, and I love book sleeves. And this is the library from Strange the Dreamer on a book sleeve. Literal perfection. I'm obsessed with it. I'm going to use this all the time. Now I have a Daughter of Smoke and Bone and a Strange the Dreamer book sleeve, so all of my dreams are coming true. I also have a little pin. This one says Hope Makes Its Own Magic, which is also from Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This one is from Lit Joy Crate. I'm not a big pin person, but I'll take anything Laini Taylor, so love this. And finally, I have this pillowcase. So this is from An Ember in the Ashes. It says, "You will burn, for you are an ember in the ashes." Shocking. And it's got Helene, Laia, and Elias on the back. I don't have any Bookish pillowcases, and I want one to put on my chaise here, so I thought this was a good one. It's not like super bright and obnoxious, so I like it a lot. I just need to find a pillow now, because I don't think we have any throw pillows that don't already have covers on them, question mark? Yeah, so that is my super chaotic haul / unboxing with an impromptu package showing up during it. I hope the lighting wasn't too chaotic also, but it might have been, which just contributes to the overall atmosphere of today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye!